my production has went up and my time has went down, so it's a good trade-off for me having that VA. And there's times, I don't know, it's like right now she's making phone calls and nobody's picking up the phone. We're not getting any conversions. Don't know why. Sometimes it is seasonal. I do notice that like in November, I don't know why, people are more opt to answering the phone and converting leads. It's kind of like a seasonal thing. For some reason, it's always happened. February, March. Yeah, February, March, it's always been dead. I don't know why. But that's why I'm doing open houses and other things to get the leads in. So. Anything else, guys?
Thank you.
Probably think of a couple hundred other questions, but
Yeah.
Up on your speaker.
Yeah, just shoot. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, you
Like, are you
guys
still
want to.
shaking hands or
Oh,
doing?
yeah.
I don't care.
Again,
A
you
lot
would
of people do.
have
All right, thank you. I gotta go pick up
Any
my
hot
son from
peppers
school.
and things
Thank
we
you.
can
Hope everything went well with Rick. I gotta follow
right?
I could probably think of a few, but I'm just trying to think right now. I don't know. I just posted this one ad right here, but it doesn't have a place for the button or anything. Like, how do they? I'm guessing they have to click on here just to get to anything.
So you did that through where?
Just regular Facebook. I didn't do this through
So I would put a squeeze page on there.
a squeeze page. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm
generate.
trying to learn how to do that too. So.
Did you do the agent success classes?
Oh, he missed that at the beginning. So
Oh.
Ralph had said when you open kvCORE, the agent success plan, click on that and do that whole
I've been meaning to do
series.
that.
It's
Yeah, if you're
So
trying to
you
figure it
do
out by
that,
yourself.
they'll
yeah, don't do it by yourself.
Oh, okay.
Start there.
I know I started that, and I just yeah.
Start from the beginning and it'll cover all the questions that you're asking.
And then whatever you don't click on, you're finished with the course. Just leave it open, and then you can always go back.
Okay, is that learning portal? I guess.
Real estate. We don't want to talk to real estate.
So is that what learning portal then, or?
We go to just the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
And then agent success right there.
Oh, okay. And never completed that then.
So you got some leads in there.
I what?
One of them the test.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
the
then,
test is important.
See, these are who I entered in through the whatchamacallit, the open house. So, so yeah, he hasn't interacted in a few days, so I'm still just trying to look, and I'm like, oh. But just like I was talking to you earlier, the automatic search things, everyone has at least 3 of them or so many, and is it really worth it?
That's the reason why I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to differentiate myself in the market, so, kind of pick what you're good at and then, get these. I mean, the thing is, like, with buyers right now, is like, if I don't know them, like, personally, they're signed buyer broker agreement.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting burned. Like, there's no way I'm out there driving these people around. They got 5 other agents.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I'm like, won't do anything really. But yeah, no, I've heard that from a lot of other agents. And have you gotten burned like personally? Or?
Of course.
Oh, yeah?
1,000 times.
Wow.
I've gotten burned. No? Must be your good looks.
Yeah, maybe I have that working for me.
Family just burned me.
Family? Yeah, I've gotten burned by family too.
Yeah, we don't. He's under.
So let's
I
see.
think he might be under.
Is there any like
3 a.m. Call
features,
at
like
3 a.m.
add-ons that are
That's funny. You're like,
you would
I don't
really
ask Rick, just do
recommend
it.
to
I mean,
market
it depends on your budget. If I would start first, anything free, like those Craigslist, call all of those agents and just be like, hey, do you mind if I put your house on Craigslist? And you'll be like, sure. Can I put them all on Craigslist? And then just every morning you just put that thing on Craigslist, start working those leads. Like,
You're just trying to sell a house, and any agent just want their house sold.
yeah. Well, some of them are stingy because I've tried to contact a few about that. They're like, no, we don't want you to do that.
that's fine.
We want our own buyer leads. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but they're not doing it. That's the funny thing. It's like we can look right now on kvCORE and look that nobody is posting anything on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I look at my own Facebook and I'm like, I don't see.
Oh, so not
or my
Craigslist.
friends, or my friends. I'm like, what agents do you see? What listings do you see? And it's hardly anything.
But I think Facebook is like really bad conversion. That's like the last thing I would do.
My old at Keller Williams, I had my mentor over there. He posted a couple properties there, and he got like 26 and 27 people per ad, their info. And so I was like, oh wow, this actually works. I mean, maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Well, you could get
He got-
27, but like how many did he really convert?
Well, he was so busy he couldn't do it, so that's why I followed up with them like a month after the fact, and most of the people forgot that they even did it. But I talked to them. There was a couple that were in the market that I'm still trying to work, but not yet.
Yeah. So I think we talked about it, and Ralph mentioned again. You can't rely, like you can't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Oh, yeah.
You always have to just have different channels of getting your business, and just continue to be consistent with those channels, and not try not to add more channels than you can handle.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
So there's direct mail, calling, door knocking. There you go.
open house.
Or open houses, you know? So,
We're talking for free open houses, right?
making phone calls.
Making phone calls, you gotta get the numbers to call. Here's the dangerous thing about phones, is the do not call list. People like reporting you, I mean, and another thing that's really big right now, is if your do not call lists are not scrubbed, and you do get a call, there's people that will,
Rat you out.
yeah, and the fine's $1,500 per occurrence.
Wow.
And so, but what they're doing is they're trying to scam you. So they'll say, hey, you called me on this date, I'm on the do not call list. Give me $500 or I'm going to turn you in. I have emails, like kvCORE lead, yeah. I will fine you. Or you give me $500, I won't turn you in for the $1,500. Right? And I'm like, yeah, right. So I have to scrub all of my lists. Then you're buying these lists, and then it goes down to like 50%, right? The easy thing to do is like get a small farm, like 200 homes. It's gonna take you a year to even get that profitable, but start small. I started with like 100 homes, and then I got to like 2,500, and I thought I was gonna do like 5,000, and I couldn't even walk it in 1 month. Like it got way too big. I don't know, some people can do it, but then I tried to mail the 2,500 and that didn't work. That cost a lot of cars. Yeah, it was like $50,000 in marketing. It's like, I can't believe I broke even doing that. That was dumb.
Jeez.
Open houses are great. Yeah. Stick to that. I mean, the kvCORE, it's like, it's good, but you can have a shoebox with index cards on it and probably beat it if you're not making your phone calls. All this automation stuff, like I told Rick I would do this, but then then it's like basically beat up on kvCORE. It's great, but nothing's gonna beat the phone. Nothing's gonna beat, or that personal touch of just getting in front of you.
Yeah, I mean already it's like, because I just came from Keller Williams and we were doing Command, and Command is just, it's definitely not ready yet, but I saw some cool stuff in here that I thought was better already.
Good.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm
it's-
from Keller Williams too, and I moved to an independent, and now I'm with EXP, and it opened up my eyes a lot because I didn't know what I didn't know, and this is very powerful. You just have to learn it, but this is like the after work. This is like, learn this for a little bit because you're gonna get lost in the weeds and you don't even remember. That's why I leave that success thing open. Because when I first got on, I was like, man, there's so much here. Like, how do I even learn this? And I'm just like, Rick, like, hook me up with somebody that can figure this thing out. And then I talked to a bunch of people, and it's like, oh yeah, you pay me $500, I can do it. And I'm like, well, how fast is the turnaround? Oh, I'll have it done the next day. Then I'm like, okay, then how hard is this? And I'm like, success plan. I'm like, oh, this is all these idiots are doing for $500. No wonder why they're making money. It's like it takes you like 15 minutes to do it. I was like, I almost got burnt on that one.
Another good resource if you have any questions, like if something pops up, you're like, how do I do a squeeze page? You go to, if you subscribe to the Inside Real Estate YouTube channel, you type in the search bar, like, how do you do a squeeze page? It gives you like, either
A
like a
video.
5-minute video or a 20-minute video, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
I learned how to do squeeze pages, landing pages, a lot of stuff on just typing in it on the YouTube
And
channel.
don't try to do all at once.
Yeah.
What you learn, apply it, practice, apply
And
it,
be good at
practice,
it.
and be very proficient in it, and so it's like second nature to you, and then go to the next stage, and then learn that new thing and apply it, because then now you remember the first one and apply the first one
They're
with the
charging for
second
that?
one.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like,
She did.
with
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
with
if
the
it's built, then
CRMs,
there
it's
is,
like,
but I mean, you
you're
can just go
using it to
through
kind of
and-
help you
Right,
automate
and I'm
to make
saying
the
you just
connection,
has
but at the end of the day, you
suitable
still need to
practice.
make the call, you still need to make
Oh,
that
yeah.
connection.
I still
Right.
prefer to make the calls anyway.
Yeah. So and yeah, I know one of the you probably remember Linda. Like she still
Yeah.
goes in her little index card, and she
And
goes
so-
and makes
yeah, I mean,
phone
so
calls
I-
and makes all her notes on the
I
index card.
learned, and it's like, I was
You know,
happy
and
that I
so
did it, because
it's-
with the test leads,
But
finding out it didn't work.
she's everybody
Like,
always
I
makes
would've-
fun of how
if I
old
would've
school
been
she is,
spending boosting
but she's consistent.
and these leads are new
It works.
Consistent, and when the and you'll see it in in like the 10 years that I've consulted for a lot of like top teams and everything. The second you are not consistent, you are going to feel the impact of it 6 months or a year from now, because you weren't consistent in your callings or your marketing, that you don't have business in the pipeline lined up. Because so many people get so hung up when they get busy, they don't work on continuing their consistency, and then they wonder like 6 months later, I don't have anybody coming, because you never called your database to you know, gear you up.
Exactly.
So it's just the consistent. I know, and I mean for you, it's you're newer and you're seeing all this and you want to do all that. And I was just telling Sheena, it's like you can't try to do 10 things at a time and be well. You want to specialize in it so that when you are talking about it or when you're doing it, you're knowledgeable of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, so just get really consistent at 1 or 2 things before you move on to the next level of training, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really, it's just, it goes back to the old school. I mean, look at the most successful people out there, it's still old school. Pick up the phone call, knock on the door, or, you know, get to know the farm.
Exactly, yeah.
So, and just know that real estate is not a quick, you know, instant gratification. It is a long-term commitment. It, you know, even those who are like 30 years in the business, they still have to put money in and time in, because the business just does not just come naturally.
Yeah. The mega agents, they got all kinds of people coming back.
Because
to
they're
them, but-
spending the money to continue keeping that consistency.
Yeah, until you get that kind of budget going.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like when you see it out there, that's because they're putting that money up front to get the result. Like Renee White and, you know, like some of the other agent, like, and you hear about Kevin, like if you're in this area, I know their budget is about $30,000 to $50,000 in ad spend a month. But if they're getting back $100,000 for them, it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but that's the number, right? I mean, you have to invest in your real estate is a business. If you're seeing it as just like a job, and not put any money and effort in, then you're not going to see that consistency. It's the marketing. It's a business. You got to continue feeding the marketing. You got to continue